just go up. We gon' see who lost, I bet you lose. You when I win, I'ma let you G. You sound mad, I upset you G. When you're black on black like an SUV. Talk your talk and respect that G. Talk your talk, talk your talk and respect your talk and respect that G. Talk your.
Ready for the Friday night fight.
Ladies and gentlemen and fight fans from around the world, welcome to a World Automotive Wrestling Federation matchup. And on tonight's cards is an adrenaline-pumping, action-packed kushti of extreme proportions.
Yes, on one side of the akhada we have the big, the brawny, the muscle man from the heart of India. And on the other we have the smooth, the light, the nimble and leap samurai from Japan.
From Japan, you say? Oh, arigato gozaimasu. Idhar hi rukko, bartan do ke aati hu. Welcome to the World Automotive Wrestling Federation matchup.
For a fight of the decade on PowerDrift.
The only place where you can get your money's worth.
Before we get to the action, let's quickly meet the contenders.
The Mahindra Thar is the ultimate OG. It's fought more battles than Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. Its ladder frame chassis is tougher than Rocky with a pair of brand new powerful engines under the hood. The Thar is truly the complete fighter.
And then there's the Maruti Suzuki Jimny, built to be a tough, go anywhere, no frills SUV. This really is a tough, go anywhere, no frills SUV. And tonight on the WAWF, it's going to meet its toughest rival yet.
Before we move on to the main event, let's take a look at what brought these cars to where they are. Back when the Thar was young, India itself was young. Born in the battlefields, the only thing more impressive than the Thar of today is the Thar of yesterday.
The name might have been different, but the Gypsy was the default car for the rally stage. It knocked out much bigger, more powerful SUVs with one shot of an uppercut. Can it do the same tonight?
And that is exactly what we're going to find out on today's Friday Fight Night. But before we get knocking, let's get a little bit of warm-up.
And to find out just how these two SUVs throw a fist, we're going to do a drag race with a twist. 0 to 100 to 0.
Now that was an easy one for the Thar, but if you're gonna bet your own money on a Friday night akhada brawl like this one, you're gonna need to know a little bit more. You're gonna need to have a few more insights than what's just on the outside. You're gonna need to know how they are like on the inside as people. Yeah.
The no frills Jimny is actually hiding some frills inside its cabin. A smooth touchscreen, two usable rows of seats, clean analog dials and an AC to blow you away. And the peace of mind of owning a Maruti Suzuki.
Well, the Thar's cabin makes you feel like you're sitting a floor higher than the Jimny. But the king of the road vibe is just really for two people because the second row isn't that great. Plastics are meh and the touchscreen and speakers aren't really worth writing home about.
Now that the fighters are all warmed up and you know them inside and out, it's time to get to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, yes, we've been talking about the main event, but these aren't fighters, these are cars. Okay, where are we going to find an akhada big enough for this epic brawl?
Oh, but we do have a ring with swooping fast corners, a fast straight, undulations, bumps, a slalom course and a lot more. This ring is going to put these cars to the test.
We promise you a showdown, and a showdown we shall deliver. And we have a special someone to tame these awesome beasts.
Some say that he learned driving from Ronald McDonald.
And some say he likes a dash of WD-40 with his fries.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the fight you have all been waiting for.
So here we are. Each car participates in 3 very specific rounds. A tight slalom, a donut ring, and what was the last one again?
The slightest.
But the referee decides who wins, but it's gonna take more than strength to see who takes it all.
Get ready for the Friday night fight. Standing in the left corner wearing green shorts is a 1.5 litre, 105 horsepower, 123 Newton meter, 1.2 ton SUV from Suzuki, the Jimny.
And on the right corner wearing grey shorts is a 2 litre, 150 horsepower, 320 Newton meters of torque and 600 kilos heavier than its opponent. It's the Thar.
First up is the Jimny. Now, this has 2 advantages and a big disadvantage. The advantage 1 is that it's slightly longer wheelbase, so it's a little more stable. Advantage 2 is that it's narrow, so you can actually thread through that a little faster. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, disadvantage, and this is something that has plagued this car since the time we drove it first, is the fact the steering is just a little too slow. And you see that? It's just a little too slow. I have to really work this all out. For a car that's this narrow, that might be an issue when you want to do some heavy movements. It's time for the Thar. Now, advantages, well, the steering is a little quicker in this as compared to the Jimny. I know this because I've driven this across thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers. But big disadvantage, well, 2 big disadvantages. 1, much taller car, center of gravity much higher and also wider. So I will have to be a little more careful and little less aggressive, a little more precise with this, right? 3, 2, 1 and go. There we go. Angle here, slow and steady wins the race. I hope I haven't knocked that down. No, I haven't. And one thing it doesn't do is handbrake turn, so I will wriggle it a little bit, go a little wide, and come back in. Let's see if we can get this nicely needle through. You see, I'm doing a lot less steering on this, and across the line.
Goes out. I'm a bad.
Okay, so time to have a little bit of fun with the car. And if you really want to have basic fun, it's a donut, isn't it? The big problem with the Thar is you actually have a little too much power sometimes and you can overcook things. But if you really do want to have donut fun, maybe find like a beach. Don't find one in Goa, that's not cool. Or maybe like a big lawn with some wet grass, something like that. That could probably be fun. But if you do it on like bumpy surfaces like this, yeah, bucking Bronco. No reference to the Ford Bronco here. Just a handful. But still fun because it has power to do it. On the other hand, the Jimny, well, that's a little bit different. It likes sliding because it's got no turbocharger, so you can actually slide around, but the lack of power sometimes is obvious. It is, however, a more easy car to slide as compared to the Thar, but at the same time, I really wish it had more power! Well, technically the cone is still standing. It's still standing. It's standing, no?
What? Come on.
Yeah, it's landing.
Look, it's standing. High-speed sliding in a Thar off-roader. Not something I'm super comfortable with, but well, let's see how it does.
When you are out there dominating the off-road, you will start pushing the engine to its limit pretty soon. And it will continue to deliver all that four-wheel drive power every time you demand for it. To get the best out of your SUV, equip it with heavy load protection from Castrol Magnatec SUV. This fully synthetic engine oil has the latest API specs and is ready for your BS6 SUVs as well, ensuring non-stop SUV protection from every start.
Ladies and gentlemen, after many bouts, many exciting rounds, we've had a winner from this heavyweight championship. Well, there's a heavyweight and a not so heavyweight, but your winner for this bout and the title of the undoubted champion is the Thar! Because the Thar does many things better than the Jimny, although the Jimny does some things nice as well. But the Thar is your winner!
Now the Thar might have won this fight, but the Jimny wins its own rounds out on the road with better ride quality and a more refined experience.
But the truth is, both these cars only have each other. There's no other car in this segment that provides so much muscle, so much brains, comfort, and so much capability at this price.
What we can say though is that as long as the Jimny and Thar are together, we are in for one heck of a brawl. Alright, that's it for this episode of Friday Night Fight on PowerDrift. Stay tuned for more. Leave a comment about more, subscribe, like, share.
And drink lots of water.